This very account started from just $1,600 just roughly 40 days ago. Now we're running almost 100K on this exact same account. I will be showing the entire trading history of this particular account now, along with the broker's history statement of every single trade that we've ever taken on this account. First, let's check it out on a mobile device. Okay, so this is exactly what we're having, right? So we're running about 90K here, right? So this is what we're having now, started from about $1,600 just about 40 days ago. Let's check out the history first. Now, if we check out for today, this was the trade that was just closed, and then this particular trade was dropped in a private channel, and after a few minutes was also dropped in a free channel so that every single person can actually cash out from this trade. Now I'll also be showing you exactly how we stopped into this trade now, because so far on this challenge, from this $1,600 account through to the amount we are in currently, this is the max that we've ever made in a single day. So that if you check out the trades for today, this is exactly what we're having. You can literally see that, right? This is exactly what we're having. So this was exactly smooth, just the way I wanted it, because the trade was literally perfect. And I'll be showing you exactly how we stopped into the trade just a moment from now. Now, if this was for today, now if you go on last week, this is what we're having, right? So if you notice, our profit actually dropped to about 41K. By the way, we'll be processing a withdrawal also right now, because as you can see, we've not made even a single withdrawal on this account, but we'll be doing everything live right now. Yeah, okay, so if you run through the stuff, you should see that we are not just in blues, also we're also taking some losses. You can see that. So these are some losses. These were minor losses, of course, but they are even bigger losses. As you go on, you keep seeing even some bigger losses and the rest of them. So that was it. So we're not just having maybe some really good days, we're also having some bad days, right? So you can see this, and then this is exactly what you're having. So these are all for last week, right? So for last week, if you check the aggregate is about 41K. That's because of the losses that we took for last week. Now if you drop down to, let's say, 1 month now ago, or that's like a month ago, last month, then you should see now that we are having about 78K just around this region right now. Let's go on. Now if you try running through this now, you should notice that of course there's some red also on this account. So you can see this, right? So this is exactly what you're having. So it's not like we're just making only profit back to back, right? And then you can see we're running about over $2,000 on each trade around this region. Yeah, over $2,000 here also. So these trades, they were actually very smooth. So it's actually a very balanced trade, so that if we go on, let's say, like last 3 months now, just similar stuff, you can easily see all of our trades, that we've just been taking smoothly, just like that. So technically we can't really go on let's say last 40 days, because we started just exactly 40 days, and I'll be showing the entire broker statement now and everything, so you can see that yourself too. But then so far so good, we're running just over $90,000 on this account, so we're left with just roughly $10,000 to actually hit a final target of 100K. Just before we process our withdrawals, let me just quickly show you the history of all our trades according to our broker statement. Now this is exactly what you're having. So majorly we're trading on a nasdaq and also on a gold. Of course we have some trades in between, but just majorly on a nasdaq, on a gold, right? I don't think we had any US 30 trades here. You can easily see the stuff. So we're having some losses and also some profit. And the Euro USD here, you can see, was just basically to test leverage. We weren't really trading it a lot, as you can see, just a few cents that were actually made from that. And then as you go on, you notice that we are still trading on a normal gold, right? On a gold also like that. So this is actually the end of our trades, right? So this is where our trades actually ended. But then when you track it out, then you should see yeah, we're having about 1.6K. We took some losses around this region. There you go, you see we're in massive profit again around the spot, and then there are losses in between. That's what I'm trying to show you in short, right? So there are losses in between. It's not like everything was just extremely smooth all through and things like that. And so we also had some perfect days where we just hitting over 2,000 bucks on every single trade, and then that actually gave us some tens of thousands, of course, within those period. And then we took some minor losses again, and then we just kept scaling up smoothly, just like that. So basically that's all that you can see on the history of our statement here. Now, if you notice, majorly all we're just using was our XAUSD, that's a gold, and also on a nasdaq, that's a US 100, and just some trades in between, like let's say US 30 or so, just some other trades in between. But on a gold, we actually made at least over 50K on a gold. You can literally see the trade we closed today, which I'm about to show you right now. We actually made roughly over 50K from that already, right? So our major profits were definitely from our XAUSD, because the setups were just too good. But then just before I show you the setup setup of today that we just closed. Let me just quickly process the withdrawal on this account now. Okay, so in processing the withdrawal on this particular account, we are left with like $2,000. So I just allowed left like $2,000 on the account, so that remember, we are not done with the target. We still need to top up with about 10k or so, right? But then I'm just processing the withdrawal now for just processing sake, to make sure that the challenge is even more interesting, because making extra 10k on a $90 account, that's kind of like very easy. That's not so much challenging anymore. So let's try withdrawing all the amounts that we've actually accumulated, and then drop back to something like $2,000. That way things will actually be more interesting. But anyway, this is what we're having currently. And then if we check out our history, let's just hit on 3 months, because 40 days should be within our 3 months here. And so you can literally see this is exactly what we're having on our profit there. And then this was actually our original deposit, 1.6k there. And then this is the exact amount we just withdrew. We literally withdrew the entire profit from the account, right? And then of course our balance is back to $2,000 smoothly, just like that. So that if you check it out, these are all our trades. These are just all of our trades. You can see quite some red there also, and then you can see quite some blues and everything like that. And so I will give you an update also. I'll drop the updates on Instagram first, of course, and then after that I guess I'll just do a part 2 of this video, so you can actually see the updates on this account. We just need to hit an extra 10k on this account, and then that way we should be able to cash out exactly 100k from this account. So far so good. Currently we'll be able to cash out to roughly about 88k. So we need to make sure that this withdrawal is actually showing 100k, and possibly will take us maybe a few more days, because I'm not trying to rush it. This is not like a flipping video or something. Remember, it took us about 40 days to get to this spot, right? So possibly will take maybe another week or so, possibly, because the target is just to make, let's say, like 2,000, 2.5k, around that range, 1.5k every day, until we actually hit the target smoothly, just like that. So guys, that just as per how actually goes. Let me just quickly show you the setup of today's trade. Remember, today's trade today showing about 55k. Let me actually just show you the setup that we actually caught, because this trade we actually headed for 3 days straight, and then I dropped the trade first in a private channel, and after a few minutes I actually dropped it also in a free channel, so that every single person can actually cash out. So in checking out this trade, you should notice that we use just a very simple price action here. Number one, we applied a normal trend, right? So we already know our trend line is going towards the top, at least on a higher time frame. Let's say on a 4 hours time frame, things like that, daily time frame also. We know that our gold is actually pushing up smoothly. Forget about ignore the fact that you can see it seems like it's going down. This is just a retracement that was occurring around the spot, but then we know that on the long term our gold is actually pushing up smoothly like that. So all we just simply waited for was for this retracement to end, which of course it did end, right? So the retracement can last forever, of course. It was actually just dropping down, and then after that, what did we notice? We noticed that it literally broke out from this range, right? Literally broke out towards the top again. So we know now that the retracement is done. Gold wants to continue on his general uptrend, right, which has been happening for a very long time. So all we just simply did was wait for the breakout to complete, right? It started a normal retracement and the rest, what we call consolidation movement. And then when you compile this consolidation movement and track it towards where it started from, you should notice that this becomes a what? This becomes a bullish flag also, right? So first, we're having a breakout of structure, number one. Number two, we're actually having a bullish flag that is occurring. So anyhow, it has to push towards the top. So even if the chart doesn't like it or not, it has to go towards the top already, right? Because we're having some 2 major confirmations around the zone already. So all we just waited for was for a B of B now, because even at that, we need to confirm again. Now to confirm for that, all we just simply did was this. We just wait for this stuff to just break above this region again, right? Above this region again, right? So it plays around, breaks above this region. Now our bullish flag is completed, and then we'll also achieve that B of B. That's a breakout of breakout, right? This was the first breakout, good, and then wait for a second confirmation, which was this, a second breakout. So now we know we're good. We easily stopped into this trade at about this region, just exactly at this region. So if we try zooming this stuff in, let's say we try zooming in so you can see that, you should notice that there was literally a zero retracement there, right? And then this stop was dropped in a private channel, of course. And then after hitting a first take profit, it was also dropped in the free channel so that every single person can cash out, so that there is no excuse at all. Okay, so we stopped into this trade at about this region here. And then after that, all our first take profit was hit just around this spot, if I'm not mistaken. Share this in our free channel, played around a little bit, after which we continued, hit all our take profit. And then we just kept holding the trade and locking in our profits smoothly just like that. But then all of those, they were all for the first day, right? Because if you keep going, if you check for the second day now, you should notice that we just stocked in some more positions just around this region or so, if I'm not mistaken. After that, it actually just kept pushing up smoothly just like that. Just kept pushing up. Just pushed up towards this range, and so we're holding it again through to the next day. We kept holding it through to the next day, but fortunately on the next day it just kept playing around. Just had to close this trade, right? So we had to close this trade in a private channel, and the rest we had to close the trade in a private channel and also in the free channel. But then I decided to hold the risk on my own, right? I decided to hold the risk on my own because this was actually an account that I'm trying to run challenge. So I was still expecting that maybe a breakout should occur again at about this region. If that occurs, then I might stock in some more positions, and then we just hit a 100k target, and I know that that's all, right? So because of that, I just had to hold the trade through to today. So everyone left the trade yesterday, which was the 5th of March 2025, and then I decided to hold the trade through to today, which is the 6th of March 2025, and then unfortunately it just couldn't happen to break out of the zone. So because of that, I had to just zoom up the trade myself, and now we're just waiting for a different formation so that we can stop into some more trades again. But basically, this was just exactly how the trades went. We held this trade for 72 hours straight, and everything actually moved extremely smooth. Boom. Okay, guys, so that just as forecast of actually goes. Just remember, the registration for our mentorship course 100 is actually still running right now, so speak. We'll be teaching live 101 through Zoom, and then we have just 100 slots available. That's only for 100 traders. And then we should actually be sharing some deep secrets around the chart, starting from complete beginner level through to until we get to advanced pro level trade. This registration should also place you under our private channel for 12 months straight. It should also grant you access to our best trading robot and best trading indicator on the website. It should also grant you access to my private live trading session. And to register, you can simply just scan the QR code right there now, or you can simply check in the description box. The link to register is actually down there also. And lastly, mainly as this video hits over 1,000 likes, I'll be coming back to this very video, running through the comment section, and I'll be selecting 3 random traders that will be funding $3,000 each, just like that. So if you're new to this YouTube channel, just remember to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also remember to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any videos I'll be dropping out from this place. It's a bye from me, guys. I'm Mr. P. Peace.